As a class, we would go in, and more often than not, we would have Monsignor Kelser. He was getting a little bit bad in the hearing, so when you went into the confessional with him, you had to really speak up loud. And I recall one time when he actually came out of the vestibule where he is and looked at our whole class in church and said, "I want you all to speak up really loud because I cannot hear you well." Well, when you went into that confessional and came back out, I do believe that the whole class knew all of your venial sins. So it made no difference whether he knew or not, because the whole class also knew about it.
You have to start at the end of 7th grade year rather than the beginning of 8th grade, because we got to do something that every grade school kid dreams about. We literally got to tear our school apart. And one event I remember out of that specifically, and I think it was with Paulie Davenport and Charlie Engelhardt, we had an old upright piano on 2nd floor, and there was a fire escape that went down the outside of the building. And the nuns told us to get rid of the piano, and we pushed it down the fire escape.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
that
was just
good.
going to mention.
Please say-
On mashed potatoes. Hamburger gravy
Yeah,
on
that
mashed
was really
potatoes.
good. Yeah.
I was a big fan of that. The hot lunch ladies, Jessie Ponte, who I always felt so safe being by the hot lunch ladies. They always made me safe.
The summer after we graduated in 1970, explosion at Sterling Hall, that was in close enough proximity that there were papers from the Army Math Research Center, or the Sterling Hall, that got blown all the way in the back of St. James and in the back playground of St. James. That was not just figuratively how much we talked about Vietnam and how much we had to learn about social justice kinds of things, but we were that close to the action during our time here that it really did make an impact on us as individuals.
You know, we got here, we would play, I called it soccer, Missy calls it kickball, outside every morning, every afternoon for recess.
Playing Foursquare.
Tetherball, remember the tetherball
Oh yeah,
thing?
tetherball. That was in the back.
Huh?
That was in the back.
Yeah, it was awesome. We would get there before school. And like the Eastland, Jeff Eastland, yeah, they would always be out there skating, and we'd bring our skates and go skating.
Memory that I have that I know is still continued to this day is Mrs. E. Shun's cheese days in the classroom.
It was just
You know, we always knew it was a cheese day because someone always had the responsibility of bringing the Limburger cheese and stinking up the whole school.
I was just going to say, it was the first time I'd ever smelled Limburger, and I still never tried it.
And I will just say, my grandpa, Mike Jeminder, was one of the only people to try the Limburger cheese and liked it. So remember, I think that was the year, there were so many of us that wanted to be Mary. It was our last year, and usually they just picked one person that they said, let's have Marys from around the world.
Yeah.
So we each got to be Mary from different countries. People in the parish let us take their babies up to the altar.
Hi, my name is Anna Grindy Stoltenberg, and I graduated from St. James School in 2002. So I was in my 7th and 8th grade year at the start of the 21st century. One of the biggest memories that pops out to me was September 11th, 2001. Very clearly remember walking into the office. I was late to school, so I went through the main office, said hi to Miss Barry, and on her little tiny TV there, she had the trade centers on TV. She was in shock, and I don't think I fully grasped what was going on, and we weren't able to watch anything that day. And I remember there was a prayer service that happened at church. My parents came, and it was, people were crying, and I was still trying to understand, I was in 8th grade, but I will never forget that, just from, the start of my day to the end of the day, I was at St. James. It was just a really moving moment, and everyone came together at the church at the end of the day, and that's probably one of the biggest memories I have from when I was still at school there, so something that will stick with me forever.
Hi, we're the Klitsky family. I'm Noelle. I graduated in 2011, and my favorite memory at St. James was participating in National History Day in my 7th and 8th grade year.
Hi, I'm Christian. I graduated in 2013, and my favorite memories were the school-wide celebrations.
Hi, my name's Grace, and I graduated in 2015, and one of my favorite memories was doing the fish fries with my friends.
Hi, I'm Lorela, and I graduated in 2017, and my favorite memory was my Washington, D.C. trip in 8th grade.
Thank you for being our second home.
St. James. Woo-hoo.